might be wondering why the timestamp is so long, how long this gameplay even is, and I promise you it's actually a pretty good one. It's a grindy one, and it's one that's up against Crashing Footfalls. Now, the reason it got so brawly is a common line that this deck will take against Mill is that because you can suspend for 1 green, you find that to get around Surgical and Extirpate, the deck will actually just suspend it on 1. And then maybe suspend subsequent copies turn after turn. That way your Surgicals and your Extirpates have to get a little bit smarter. At that point, you are now testing the player in terms of what they've kept and how they play out, which is kind of what happens in this game. We run up against a scenario where our opponent is main decked against us for some reason. I guess a recent list did really well with Mainboard and Mystical Disputes. And they also started suspending on kind of turn 1 in games 2 and 3. So this is a good example of why a card like Jace the Perfected Mind is absolutely, positively insane in every single way. Even if you're plussing a Rhino just so it's only doing 1 damage to you, or even just minus Xing to mill 3. The card does so much for this archetype, and I can't believe I was this wrong about this card. Absolutely insane. We grind out this matchup. Enjoy. Banana List making the decision to begin the game with 7 cards. I'm also going to begin the game with 7 cards. Let's get it. We are set here. All right. All right, opponent. Sure thing. You see what I did there, folks, was a little bit of what we call a feint. You know, I'm about to play Hedron Crab. I was passing through my turn. Maybe I 5-head them into thinking, oh, they had an action. My opponent was passing through my turn, hoping that I would fetch. Do they have an archive trap? I don't have an archive trap. Like, they're gonna fetch. Come on, they're gonna fetch. They're gonna like destroy this thing. They're gonna bolt it. Let's be honest. It's gotta die to removal. Oh, okay. So we're playing something a little different. Okay. Playing Cascade. Okay. I don't have much versus Cascade right now, I'll tell you that. I have that. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, shock that in. All right. They could ice me here. So on their turn, they could, like, I guess on my end side, they could ice me. If I can just draw like another Watery Grave, that'd be great. They'll probably try and go off on my turn. Do our best just to like counter it, you know? We'll interact here, potentially. Play the Field of Ruin. Pass through again. This is like kind of the precarious situation I'm in right now. I need to kind of draw like lands repeatedly in a row. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna go for it. Oh, it's just so dumb. All right. More than happy for them to just go off on their turn in that case. Like, I'll grab a swamp just to kill that. Have them do stuff on their turn. Have we made it tricky for them? They don't have red, which it's not necessary right now, right? It's not necessary for them, but that just means I'm not getting hit with that. So they could just cast the 2/2 into this right now. Okay, there's their red. And they could just go off here, which they probably should. I just didn't want to take 3 damage, right? Like, they're gonna Violent Outburst. I'm gonna kill like one of these, right? Yep. Like, okay. I guess. Kill one of these. Drown the other? Or do I play Because my thought is like, you know what, drown the other. Because my thought is like, okay, so here's the thing, I'm kind of behind, right? So Jace on its plus side, oh, they got Spell Pierce. Okay, oh, they got Mainboard Mystical Dispute. That's the thing this deck does. This deck plays Mainboard Mystical Dispute. Seems good. One thing I was gonna say was like, if I can draw like Jace's plus actually isn't that bad in this situation, because if I was able to kill that, they would have had to play a threat. I play Jace plus it. That threat is so much weaker because the -3 is really relevant because endurance gets to 0 power. The red fury gets to 0, right? So the -3 -0 is actually like really relevant. So play this. I'll just play these both out, you know? What do they got for 4? Subtlety. It doesn't look like we were meant to win this from the start. Okay. We was not meant to win this from the start. Top. So here's the plan. They did all that, right? Like they're gonna draw a card here. They did all that. Damn, I would have loved for them to draw land. So I'm gonna, okay, so I'm taking a crap ton of damage. I'm gonna take 7. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna take 7. Next turn, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take 7. Bet. I'm gonna take 7. Next turn, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the crab, fetch for an island, lose 2, right? Go to 5. Play Jace plus on I think it's trample. It's got to be plus on the rhino. It's got to be plus on the rhino. Pain. Okay, well, yeah, it's got to be plus on the rhino. I'll actually lose more. I go to 4 here. Forgot I got to fetch. This is like pretty loose lines overall, but like I think like I was playing from behind from the beginning anyway. Play this. Okay, so they just had the answer to everything. Like Mainboard Mystical Dispute is crazy. That's absolutely wild to me right now. Mainboard Mystical Dispute is crazy. All right, the endurances are coming in. So Jace and Tasha's are my first instinct to take out. Probably actually just take out Visions entirely and keep like 2 Jaces. Because Jace can grind us out. Oh, take out Tasha's completely, sorry. Keep like the last Jason. I think this is how we want to play this. I don't think Ensnaring Bridge is what we want. Mystical Dispute though is Mystical Dispute is crazy. At least we got 3 Spell Pierces. We didn't find them, but let's submit. Goes to show you matchups like this are tough. It's hard playing with 3 Spell Pierces. The Spell Pierces actually, although would have mattered, but yo, mainboard Mystical Dispute, I did not know that's what this deck was up to right now. Like, let me see modern meta. Let me see, like, what is Goldfish telling me about Cascade right now? It's actually, this is a thing. Grand Prix Prague. What about like, yo, the Modern League 5-0? Yeah, like, come on, this is just like the Grand Prix Prague list is like playing Mainboard Mystical Dispute, which happened to be like such a good call. Like actually like such a good call in this matchup. Like, how am I supposed to play around that? All right, I'll keep this. This is fine. There's no interaction, but it's like pretty aggressive. And it kind of just says have an endurance or not, but like even if you do, I have a pretty solid board state. I probably like I am on the play. I probably should honestly like mull too. I probably should mull to some form of interaction for the endurances. It's probably a bad keep on my part, but hey, gotta have some fun every so often. Footfalls on the stack. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I know they fetched. I kind of don't want to commit the archive trap just yet. Not just yet. I'm not quite there. I don't want to commit the archive trap and then like, you know, endurance, all that stuff. Not just yet. Trying to aggressively draw for a land here. Extirpate works actually. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. Yep. Because I did not find an endurance out of all of this, but taking Mystical Dispute is probably a good call here. Forced negation too, actually. Would really love it if I could draw land. Well, they have the second one. I could commit it here. I actually could commit it here. Like if they play a spell, like what do they play on 2? I don't think they have a play on 2. Not one against a Ruined Crab anyway. They don't have a play on 2 against Ruined Crab. So, okay, so it looks like they're just passing through here. And after doing nothing for a little bit. And then we're gonna... Yeah, I mean, we try to draw a land. If I do... Okay, there you go. I was gonna say, it's getting a little sussy there. Mill 3. I wonder. I wonder if I just like let them go off. This has suspend, like this has plenty of suspend counters on it. Let's like extirpate some of the combo pieces. Like, okay, so Shardless Agent, let's take that out because I'm not trying to deal with that. Let's take the Shardless Agent out. Taking, like, I can't even take out, no, I could. Yeah, Mystical Dispute's also an option, actually. It's actually a really good option. Yeah, Mystical Dispute's actually a really good option. Yep, so there is an endurance in hand. Counter target activate or triggered ability. Okay, so they got another Crashing Footfalls in hand. They have the endurance, which is great. I'm more than happy to play around that, but it's actually hilarious. They can counter my first activation of Jace. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Subtlety disputes. Yup. So it's 2 endurances, which is actually kind of tough. Yo, Ashiok Nightmare Weaver or Dreamrender, sorry, is crazy. Ashiok Dreamrender is wild. That's wild. They're wild for that one. They're wild for that one. Yeah. They're actually wild for that one. What are you doing? Are you just gonna hard cast an endurance here? I'm so down. I'm actually so down. Oh no, okay. That's fine. So the Boseiju goes. In which case I will archive trap you now. Now that I know you have the endurance. Now that I know you have the endurance. That's gone. I think I accidentally took out a thing card. All right. Now that I know you have that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in the Jace and I'm gonna minus it, forcing the endurance. Yeah, I'm gonna minus it, forcing the endurance because now they have to, right? They have to use thing. Yeah. So yeah, let's thing in the Jace. There you go. A little bit of patience pays off with the Archive Trap. Just being a little close to your resources. Gonna play the Jace. Definitely gonna try and draw 3. Beta, like, pull out the Endurance. To be fair, they also could just like counter it with Repudiate Replicate. That's perfectly fine with me too. Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me too if they do that. Target creature. You can counter it. Yeah. When you have it, you have the, yeah, no, that's fine. Yep. Middle of 3. That's fine. And then like at this point, hard cast Endurance. Fine with that. I almost wish that I could like, I don't have a good way to kill off my thing essentially. One of the Crashing Footfalls is close. Like I almost wish that I could like, so I keep repeating myself. I can cast my second Jace, destroying this Jace, having to leave the battlefield, and then have Fatal Push open. Essentially, if they play the Endurance, I can just Fatal Push it. That's the idea there. Yeah, you're just gonna cast it now. That's fine. Yep. Yep. That's cool with me. That's cool with me. You do you. You do you, boo. You do you. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I was gonna say this helps so much. So let's play this. Let's mill 3, right? Get the activation from it for 1. That leaves the battlefield. We push this. Then we Jace. And then just like minus, like mill 3 draw card. Essentially just like, yeah, mill 3 draw card doesn't seem that bad. Mill 3 draw card doesn't seem that bad at all. So next turn, one of those things is coming down. Which sucks. One of these is coming down. Yep. And then now we have to slowly kind of deal with that. So depending on how we draw out, like if I can draw a removal spell here, then I'm gonna plus on one of the rhinos, and then yeah, plus on one of the rhinos, and if I again draw that removal spell, destroy the other one. Yep. So they still have this Dead Gone in hand. Dead Gone being able to recur endurances is evil. Bring that in. Soul Guide Lantern. Trigger. Endurance. Bit of a gamble if I draw an Extirpate, it'd be nice here, but draw a card. Nice. So Fatal Push one of these. Right? Plus on the other. Oh my lord, am I interacting with the board? Am I interacting with the board? Darkslick Shores. Mill 3. You're at 13 cards in 13 life and 13 cards in graveyard. I should mention. Brotherhood's End is crazy. You got a board wipe for my crabs. Brotherhood's End is crazy. One thing I do have to note is they have Dead Gone, right? They have Dead Gone. I should not be blocking with this crab, because then they can actually kill it. Just quick little fact. Quick little factoid, okay? I am aware of that. This thing's gonna do 1. Dead Gone is 2 damage. So I'm happy to continuously trade up with it. Yeah. That's fine. I love how Jace is just fogging me. I love it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. I don't know if they just drew a Force Negation or something. That'd be terrible. Okay, so 16 cards, graveyard. Perfect. We're gonna plus on that. We're gonna plus on that. If I can draw another, if I can draw fetch land, that would be great. Because then I can just, honestly, a fetch land doesn't even matter. Like a land is fine too, because just the minus. But yeah, at this point, I mean, this Crashing Footfalls is coming down. Yeah, I mean, it's, the clock's not fast enough right now, I'll tell you that. I mean, those are coming down with Summoning Sickness. And a part of the reason why I didn't want the Ensnaring Bridge is coming in. I don't have Engineered Explosives either. The Ensnaring Bridge is coming in because something like Boseiju kind of stopping all that. So no blocks there. Jace can just like mill 9, I guess. You know? Just minus mill 9. There is that. You're gonna fetch. Get your cards. Get your cards. Yeah. You have 10 life. I could be playing a sword. I could be playing a sword dealing some damage to you. There's no way you're gonna do this twice. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. All right. I'm about to lose to some thing beats. So I mean, they're at 20 cards. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they're at 20 cards. So how about I mill you a bit more? You have 20 cards in yard. Well, that's not really that helpful, but it's something. So I don't actually have good cards to target, which sucks. I don't have good cards to target. So we're just gonna have to like use our triggers smart here. So Ruin Crab, 1 trigger at a time. Trigger. No, not always either. 1 trigger at a time. Mystical Dispute isn't bad. It's just not like that great at this point. Violent Outburst. Like I'm hoping to get the thing. What's that interact? Fire Ice. I'm hoping to find Fire Ice. I just can't find it because Fire Ice like draws and deals damage directly to me. So that's what's tough about it. That's what's tough about Fire Ice right now. Yup, these rhinos are coming down. I guess I could take out Violent Outburst. If they drew the 1 of Violent Outburst, so be it. Well, they're all going on my face. Interesting. I mean, Fire Ice does 2, so I'm happy to take the damage here. I have like, if I draw land, I have like mill 9 on the board. Wait. Hold on. I actually have to take a card out of their. I actually have to take a card out of their library to win this. They would have just Violent Outburst if they had Violent Outburst. So I'm gonna cast Extirpate on Force of Negation. Hopefully Force isn't in their hand. Yeah, cast this on Force of Negation. I need to take 1 card out of their library and then I should be fine here. Okay, Force of Negation was in their hand, but there's multiple copies. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so in that case, we are fine. We win. GG's. Okay, we were able to bring that back. A little bit of patience. We got there. That feels great. So Fractured Sanity minus the Jace to mill 3. Wow, we got there. Low bit, taking some damage. We got there. Yeah, wow. Jace, all parts of it mattered there. All parts of Jace mattered there. That's great. Perfect. Pass through. They hard casted it, and we still got there. You still got there. I'm happy. I'm happy I kept Jace. I'm happy I kept Jace. I got there. All right, let's do it. Honestly, I think we're just gonna run it back. Keep it there. I'm not too big again on the Ensnaring Bridges just because they have Beseiju. Just not terribly big on it. Especially if they force it. It's just gonna suck. Actually not terribly mad at this. Yeah, I'm not terribly upset with this. The Shelldock Isle sucks. Like I'm telling you, I just don't like Shelldock Isle anymore. Now that we have Otawara, it's just, you have untapped utility lands. You know, like, oh, okay, if you're playing Emrakul or one of the Shuffle Titans, like, yeah, you get the cheeky ability to, yeah, once in a while, like, you know, once in a blue moon, you get to cast something, and like, you know, late game, it's a great way to burst things down in a format of Spell Pierce. Your 5-cost mill spells, your 3-cost mill spells costing 2, you know, tapping this and whatever. It's actually really relevant. So there is that. But I just don't like it coming in tapped in a situation like this. Like, I'd really like it if I let's see here. Well, all right. Shelldock Isle. That's hilarious. I mean, at that point in the game, if I'm at that point in the game and I'm trying to close things out, I guess Fatal Push is technically better for me. I don't want Extirpate or the Crab at that point in the game. A surprise blocker would be hilarious. I've done it rarely, right? Like you have Shelldock Isle, you put a creature underneath it, you just cast it as a surprise combat trick. Like, haha, you don't have exact lethal or whatever it might be. So that's always some fun stuff. Okay, they're fetching away. I mean, you did kind of fake them out last game that we didn't have it, but they are just going to fetch away here. So at this point, I mean, they'll probably try and go off on our turn, hold up force type of thing. So let's see what we can or can't do here. Happy to bait out a Mystical Dispute. Yo, everyone needs to relax right now. I'm getting my value out of this. Everyone needs to relax. I'm getting my value out of this. Fetch shock. Oh, I was like, Blood Moon? Really? I was hoping like maybe I could you know what, I still have one more trigger though. Okay, this returns my hand. I shouldn't be like too thing here. I do have one more mill trigger. I might be able to find the combo piece here. Oh, let's go. Let's go. That's the type of stuff that keeps me alive. Keeps me alive in the, you know, throughout the day. Keeps me going. That's the type of stuff that keeps me going. Finding that crashing footfalls, pure beauty. And even if they try and go off, I will grab that in response to you casting your Cascade spell. Let's hit it with the Extirpate. Get the combo out of there. Those cards are useless. Get out of here. Okay. Crashing Footfalls gone. They're gonna play land Ashiok Dream Render. No. God. I'm gonna get milled. Me. I'm gonna get milled. And they have the double red for the Brotherhood's End. It's so good. But it does say each Planeswalker. So if they do want to kill my crabs, they are killing that. Blood Moon though. Blood Moon though. All right. Okay. Well, this sucks. I need a top deck a land. I took out the combo, but I need a top deck a land ASAP. ASAP. You're definitely playing Ashiok, right? You have to. Like, Ashiok is the slam. Yeah, exactly. All right. This is not fun. What? You're not gonna activate? Just want to stop us from fetching, I guess. Okay. Fair enough. Look. When you just draw your untapped sources, it's just that good. It's just that good. They played Island, Ashiok. They got Mystical. I mean, at this point, I kind of gotta play Jace. Or do I play the Brotherhood's End, hold up Spell Pierce? I think that's what I do. I think I hold up the Spell Pierce, honestly. I think I get them to play their high cost spells. And if they draw a land, so be it, right? In the sense that if they draw a land, play Brotherhood's End, right? They cast Mystical Dispute on my Spell Pierce that I'm going to cast on that. That's fine, because then Jace comes down and then becomes quote unquote unaffected by the Brotherhood's End. Yeah, it'll become unaffected. Like that is not a card that will affect this. I could have tapped this much better. I could have held up the black too. In case they play this, I could have held up the black too. I don't think they will. That'd be a really weird play if they played like, yeah, Brazen Borrower is like kind of weird. In my humble opinion. Stop that. Stop that. No. I'm gonna just stop you right there. I'm gonna just stop you right there. Hold on, opponent. I'm gonna just stop you right there. Let's not have that resolve. Let's not have that resolve. Okay. I'm gonna Fractured Sanity. I'm just gonna cast my mill spells. One endurance is gone. There's one more left. You're gonna go to 20 cards. Other Ashiok is gone. Still the other endurance left, which is scary. Scary as all heck. But yeah, you know what? Just for posture, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack you. This is literally just a little bit of posturing right now. Just a little bit of posturing right now. Yeah. Yeah, mana value 3 or less. This actually kills Bridge too. Oh my god, Bridge is such a bad board against this. Now that we especially know that they're playing this, Bridge is such a bad card to board in against this specific configuration of this deck. It's such a bad thing to bring in, you know? It's so bad. All right, Brotherhood's End, so be it. All right, yeah, Ashiok takes some damage as well. That is great. We're gonna pass right through here. We're gonna minus land. Okay, well, yeah. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Each opponent's, yeah. So their graveyard's gonna be. Oh, they drew the force. They drew the force. Don't lie. Oh Lord, they drew the force and I have no way to stop this. My fetches are, oh, okay, there goes my pressure. Okay, all right, now I just have hard interaction, which, I mean, the drown is fine. Like the violent outburst is just like kind of dead in their hand. They haven't been drawing lands either. Okay, so there's a land. Will they play the Brazen Borrower? I guess that has flash, so like they're not really like concerned. They are at 20 or less, so Fatal Push is a thing under that. This is actually not bad. Like drawing this right now is actually not bad. I'm gonna hit something random. I'm gonna hit the Ashiok. I actually shouldn't be tapping my one basic that can get around things. So they have the Violent Outburst. I'm trying to think. What if they repudiate replicate me? I saw their deck. I should have seen if they had that, but I have Drown up. I have Fatal Push up. Yeah, fine. Like, you play that. I'm gonna sack this to draw a card and then hit you with that. Hit that with that. Now you have no pressure. Find the pressure. If they find Blood Moon, oh wow, because I found my swamp. Blood Moon would be absolutely hilarious if they played Blood Moon here. Absolutely hilarious. Just pure comedy if they found it. Okay, guess not. Okay, so they have some like interaction spells, I guess. I mean, I got Snow Covered Swamp. I am Blood Moon proof, as some would say. I have like a pretty solid hand here. Like, they have like pretty high cost stuff that they have to like hard cast. Yeah, them drawing lands is perfect. I love that for them. And like, I have like a Fatal Push, like hiding under my Shelldock Isle. This is actually pretty solid. This has been a pretty long game, but we like got there. I think we like ground them up into fine dust like pretty well. So I am gonna tap my snow covered land here. But now this allows me to just hold on multiple things, right? Like the drown and the spell pierce, have the ruin crab to be like, hey, almost at this point, like that's the power of like moments like this. People just don't understand with Hedron Crab and Ruin Crab. What they represent on the battlefield in neutral states like this is that any draw that I have is live. Any draw that I have. The big problem right now is this. Yeah, the endurance. So yeah, I mean, if you have the interaction spell, you have the interaction spell. Sorry, here. But it should just be Violent Outburst. It should just be Violent Outburst in your hand, right? Yeah, okay. So Endurance is officially gone. They went for it. Interesting. So yeah, no, I think at this point I shouldn't have any concerns whatsoever. Ashiok Dreamrender is not going to be doing much at all. They kind of just have it as an enchantment, really. This is becoming a joke at this point. Come on. This is truly a joke at this point. Come on. Let me just end this off. Let me just end this off. Let's be for real. All right, opponent, what do you got? What do you got on the draw? What do you got from the draw here? Okay. More than happy to play that. Soul Guide Lantern. Have it enter the battlefield. Have it hit the Bassuadeway. Probably the Bassuadeway. Yeah, doesn't really matter, but have it hit the Bassuadeway. I just need to draw land. Like, and then I can just like start milling them with my crab and then also just throw out like archive traps. Obviously, if it is a fetch, then that's not getting anywhere, but it's better than nothing. It should just be 2 endurances in this deck, and now that I know that's not a thing anywhere else, should be relatively fine. What do you offer 2? What do you offer 2 blue? Actually curious, what are you doing here? Did I see this in their deck? Murktide Regent. Murktide Regent. Okay, all right. Murktide Regent. All right. Murktide Regent. Interesting. That is a card that represents a clock. Okay, nothing off that draw. Murktide Regent. Okay, wow. Yeah, I think if I saw that, I definitely would have probably just gotten rid of their graveyard. If I saw that having to be dealt with. Okay. So I don't get to search my library, but they do. They are forced to search. which is more than enough for me at this point. Just so if they have force, they have force. Well, one of their cards is Violent Outburst, so it's not like, yeah, so they're forced to search. One of their cards is Violent Outburst. If they tap this for blue, I know what the deal is. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to my next turn. You're forced to search, so yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna move through. Like, what do you, yeah, okay, I'm gonna Archive Trap you here. And I'm gonna hold up Spell Pierce. You have to have, like, literally Mystical Dispute. Alright. Bet. I am the mill god. I am the mill god. I am the mill god. Bow down. Bow down. You and your Murktide Regent tech. You and your Murktide Regent tech. Bow down to the mill gods. Bow down to the mill gods. Here, eat this Fatal Push just for fun. Eat this Fatal Push just for fun. Have fun with that. Nice. Nice Ashiok, by the way. Who knew? Who knew? It doesn't even matter if I just drew all my, you know, non-fetchables. Love it. Love it. Come on, a little bit of patience goes a long way. Very quiet, slow game, but you grind it out. You have the patience. You get there with mill. Gotta play tight. Let's get it.